Okay. So King's Court. I was watching. I got all caught up. We're down to the last 5 queens left on King's Court. Let's recap. First, Carlos. He's chosen his queen, Janaye, but they still have some big conversations ahead, like prenups and women in his DMs. Now, Carlos says he's responding to the DMs, saying he is taken. But should you ever respond to thirsty DMs if you're locked in with somebody?
Unless, which could fully be possible, because you book a show like this, and as we know, your world doesn't stop because you're saving yourself for the possibility of true love on the show. So he could have been, linking up with some of these women hours before he left for the show. So I think common courtesy and decency would be to tell these people that you are interfacing and engaging with, hey, this is what I'm going to do. So I just want to be clear with you. This isn't something I'm looking for long term. I actually think I'm going to find something or what I'm looking for over here. That's called communication. So that's already a red flag that you didn't communicate what your intentions were to the people on the outside that you had relationships with before the show. But when he said, I'm an open book, you see me, he made a point. You see me showing her the messages. And I'm like, you protest a little too much. Talking about, it's not going to be good morning coffee and let me check the DMs. Well, why not? Why not, Carlos? Why not?
I have a prediction, and my predictions have been spot on. Carlos will propose this woman on the show. She will say yes. I think her self-esteem is in shambles. She seems very psycho, like she's really ready to go off. I feel like she's been hurt in the past. Let me not say psycho.
I was like, damn.
Let me take that back. I'm sorry. Rewind. I do think from her past hurt that she's already like very easily triggered. And I think for someone like that, a man like Carlos, who's very good, we've seen him love bombing from day one. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he's asked her to be his girlfriend. Who does that on TV? Like, that's a dream come true for most women, to say it loudly and publicly in front of everyone. I believe at the ceremony, he's probably going to propose to her and she's going to say yes. And I do believe that within 2 years, they will be divorced.
Well, here's the thing. And I know you didn't. I know you didn't mean to call her that. I know you were, in it. But I think it's a good example of how that played out, because we saw that in real time. When she was pink dress in that first scene, we saw a different Janaye. And through it is a show, and there's, obviously production, all of these things are happening. But the Janaye that we're seeing in this episode is not the Janaye that we saw episode 1. And I want women to think about that. Not to say that there's anything wrong with her now. It's just her confidence has clearly wavered. And she doesn't come across with that same type of power that she came in with. And that is how a relationship or a man can erode and like really hurt you in that way.
Yeah. Good luck, Janaye, girlfriend. And hey, go talk to the girls in Miami and get the tea on your boy. He's very charming though, and I could see why you would fall for that. Like, it does feel like he's a romantic person. It seemed like he's a hopeless romantic the way he is and the way the things he says. But do you see how fast he went and looked left when the other girl, Jennifer, was kind of on his radar for a minute? He was like not really giving Janaye the same energy. So be careful, girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right, next, Tyson felt the friend vibe with Allison and sent her home. Now he has 2 queens left. He said he's falling for Felicia, but she's watching him give attention to Jennifer. Would you fight for attention or would you walk away?
No, I am not fighting for attention. If you have to fight for attention right now, you'd be fighting for attention for the rest of your life. Are you serious? Do you know, ladies, I'm telling you right now, in heteronormative relationships, you want that man chasing you. You want that man on your heels. You want that man to understand who you are, where your boundaries are, and what you will and will not tolerate. Because whatever is happening now, it's going to decrease by percentages over the years. That's why couples therapy is so important. That's why having time with one another is so important, because you need to reignite that flame over and over. But in the first few weeks, no. I'm like, this is my history, and this is where people get it messed up. I have only dated men who have pursued me. Period.
That's right. I'm
not pursuing a man. I'm not. Because I know I'll have to be running after him for the rest of my life.
I think with Tyson, it's so sad because like he'll do something that triggers them where any normal person would be triggered by what he's doing. Like, if you just get down kissing on me and then you're over here with someone else in someone else's face, of course I'm gonna feel away. And then you're gonna kind of chastise me for you're not being confident anymore. You need to fight for me. Wait, what? It gives mind games. It gives Tyson, listen, you my boy, we cool. We got mutual friends. Trevor, that's my boy. He's your best friend. That's my dog. But I really never thought, I'm not mad at you going on the show because it's a nice check. I want to do the show next season. But it is a nice check. I get it. But I feel like you're not really there for this. I think you're there to do a TV show where the girls are there to really find love. And I predict he will leave with no one.
But he's already setting the stage now.
Yeah,
and Tyson is diabolical. Okay. If he should have I want him to come out and be like, hey, I did it for the check and the exposure.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't be mad at him.
That's totally fine. But the way he did Allison and then twisted it with those two girls, Felicia and what's her face, and twisted it to make it seem like, oh, now I have to leave. No. Because I don't feel, no, you got exposed because you absolutely did have a girl at the gym, Tyson. You had a girl at the gym, probably had a girl in the Uber. You have girls everywhere. Tyson is here for a good time, not a long time. I'm not even mad at it. But Felicia, girl, you 36 years old. You keep talking about wanting to have a child. Okay. First of all, take it from me, freeze your eggs. Secondly, only talk to suitors who are for real serious, because this game that we're playing right now with the biological clock and all of that, take it from me, it's a very serious situation.
I think Tyson's not helping him and himself in the dating world with this show. It's kind of making him look a little immature dating wise. And I think when he was more mysterious and just a male model where we didn't hear him, it made him more attractive. I think this is kind of hurting him a little bit. And he's
it hurts him with older demographics, but I don't think Tyson's interested in older women. I think he's interested in that 20s, 30s range. And if that's the case, I mean, he's a very good looking man. He's held up well.
Exactly. All right. Thaddeus has 2 queens left as well. He says he's walking in love with both of them. If you have feelings for 2 people, are you really in love with either of them?
In love? No. I think you like them a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Right. I don't know. Which one do you think he likes more? You know what? We don't even have to ask that question right now. We're going to talk about this next week. The finale is next week of King's Court. And guess what we got? During our show, Arielle, who is one of Thaddeus's final queens, is going to join us. We cannot wait to see and talk to her and see what she's got to say about the goings on. And yeah, tune in next week for that. Are you excited? Oh,